Guys, Martians as the axis. The last map of this match. One of the last maps of the tournament. Blavex. Who will get chance for the golds and who will stay with a bronze medal? Now Paradox. Martians. They are pretty confident after this last map. Martians, they won 13-3 and they would like to continue this. Gabox Nalump. A quick trade 1-for-1. But Spirit and Paradox. Oh, Martians, they are sending a nice tempo here on defense. Chiba and RPZ as the only two people left. Kompleksi. It does not look great for them in the offense because Blavex still has Nate and Martians on those roofs that are just waiting for the moment to put the pressure down right on the allies. Complexy. They are trying to fight with their own nades, but they are far away from landing. Blavex trying to gather as much info as possible with this movement. Blavex closing the distance, and Blavex already sees, and since Spirit would not be thrown out of this position, he can't go for the kill. Chiba already down, and RPZ as the only one left. RPZ, what's interesting, it's not him going for the scope here. It's probably Chiba. RPZ with Grant. RPZ with one. RPZ could not find a second since skill was already there, and we are not slowing down the pace. Okay, train station maybe was a bit slower, but Matma, was an absolute rush, and we are not going to stop there. Both teams must be pretty tired from playing all day. They want to win fast. They want to go against New Era, and New Era, they just got a long time to rest. New Era will be prepared for the fight, and Chiba, ooh, that was a fantastic shot. Blavex could not really react out there. Chiba, he had an opening above the smoke. 5 against 3. It's much better start right there, but Paradox Nalump Losa looking for something more for Complexy. This could have been elimination to finish the round, but it does not land. Skills and Gabox still in position to clutch, but 1950 gets Skills. Gabox in 1v3 after he got the first elimination. Gabox, but he will have to face Complexy, who are already on the B side, who are already going to forward plans. Gabox playing this slowly, hoping to find this one. Gabox hoping that he might play this from above. Gabox, he cannot really bait anyone here on the middle, so he would need to close the distance on B side, especially that bomb is already down there. Gabox going for the push for 50 seconds on the clock. Gabox, he knows that someone might play for the longer range, especially someone with this scope, but Gabox now having a bit of trouble out there. Gabox low on HP. Gabox should be able to survive this one, but he needs to go for the kill because he cannot afford having a complexity player on this position, this spot, because he will be too much of a challenge when he tries to get in the sides. 30 seconds of play, and Gabox already thinking about retreating because he does not really have a chance to go. Too much time wasted there, so he does not have enough to also go for the side and look for the defuse. It will be 1-1, and it's fantastic start by Chiba. Chiba, who actually guaranteed this point, almost guaranteed this point, but getting those two fast eliminations, especially the one on Binong, because then Martians could not push back because Martians lost already one player on the A side. They wanted to push Bilong to get something back and to also flank enemies from the two sides. They couldn't quite connect that since Chiba got another one, and Martians needed to put all of the resources. Oh, okay. An interesting interaction there. Just both players saying hello to one another. 1-1. And I hope that this map, this decider, won't be a dominated one. We've already seen a beautiful decider from those two teams. 16-14, that's how the Dawnville ended for Complexy during the first game that they met today in the semi-bracket upper final. Ooh, and RPZ did Snake connects. Gabox down, RPZ with another one. RPZ with a fantastic start. He wants to turn up the heat just like Chiba did around the goal. Skills, he does have an opening here. He does has some vision, and he uses it perfectly, but Chiba goes for more. 4 versus 2. Complexy looking like a team competent to win their skills, trying to annihilate this advantage. Skills going for the push. Him and Paradox, they need to go for aggression, otherwise they would just have to give up the sides. Complexy, they have to be careful because Martians are taking long back, and Skills already could counter on his partner because Paradox got one down. 2 versus 3. Complexy, in a moment they will try to set the explosive down, but now Skills can actually find something more on the Beilong because Complexity is trying to play this one slowly. Paradox, he's coming for the help, but Paradox, this position would not bring him any eliminations. At least it does not seem like it. 35 seconds on the clock, and Complexity, since they cannot really find those two last Martians, They would have to go for the side. Skills finally going a bit more aggressive. Skills, he had this one chance. But nice movement there from Complexity player. A jump that prevented Martian from getting the skill. Pavadox playing from the rest. Pavadox, oh, and this one connects. 2 versus 2. And Bomb not down yet. Pavadox. He can find one more. Pavadox closing B-side from the left. Bomb already down. Pavadox waiting for Skills to join. Pavadox trying to bait someone for picking. Pavadox on the ground. But still, Kompleksi is standing in the side, not eager there to pick. Skis and Pavadox, they both are ready for the push. They both will look for this one elimination that could allow them for more. And Pavadox, a beautiful headshot. RPZ found in the jump, and now Pavadox is bait. Pavadox is bait, and Losa is fighting. Losa looking for the kill. Losa, can he get this one? Losa, he cannot. Pavadox with a beautiful clutch, and we can hear the emotions. Martians happy with this win. 2-1, and a fantastic performance by Skills and Pavadox. And that's how you play the situation. They used the time that Complexity was wasting by looking for those last Martians. They got one, they got two, and the crucial fact was how they cleared those positions. It was just like two rivers meeting in the sea, because Skills was swimming, was moving from the long, Pavadox from the mid, and they both got elimination, and then could have smashed like a wave. And this wave was too hard to handle. It's like tsunami, and it got also bombed down. 2 versus 1, 2-1 with the score, but Skills now with the 2 on his stats because he got eliminated. 4 against 5 Martians. Once again losing this first elimination. Martian with another one. They can clutch, but they are finding themselves in those clutches a bit too often. Oh, Chiba, fantastic quiz scope. Gabox might have got one, but it's still not a lot coming from Martians during this point. Complexi looking for another point. Complexi looking for another draw. 2-2. It seems like they would like to give us a close decider. And Complexi, they might have huge leads, but once again they will slow the pace down. They will have to be careful. I would just kindly remind you that last round also was 2 versus 4, and Martians got this without losing neither of the players. But Bomb is over there, this time a bit faster, and this time RPZ and Losa were ready for the fight. This time RPZ and Losa on much better positions to look for those fights. And before even Martians could get closer to the side, the path was already cut by some of allied players. 2-2. And neither of the teams can get dominations this time. Set of nades coming from the Martians, and this time it will land. Gabox with a bullseye there. Losa down. Gabox has to hide. Gabox, he has a small opening in the smoke, and it might be a game changer if anyone tries to push through the wall. Skills already waiting here for on the border of the smoke. Oh, and Skills, he says, and Skills, a beautiful shot from car 98. 5 versus 3 Complexity trying to make space on the B side with those nades, but still 2 Martians are ready to play for the side from the Axis press. But actually Gabox was despawned. 4 versus 3 Complexity gaining some of the terrain. Pavadox trying to close up, trying to execute that no one will come from behind, but 1950, it was not really necessary for anyone to look out there besides the Spirit, who got this elimination. Fantastic defense from Martians. They walked really well around that first elimination that they've got. They played really well around this Axis spawn. 3-2. This time Complexity careful enough to not lose one. Not like Marsas. Skills already down, but Spirit found Chiba. And Chiba might have got some nice shots there, but this time he did lose the sniper duel. 4 versus 4, not for long. RPG finds Blavex. And Alum waiting since Complexity might need someone there, since Complexity might need a player. Oh, a fantastic jump shot from Spirit. Gabox finding a kill as well, and now Martians taking over the lead. 3 versus 2. And Complexity still keeping RPZ in those alleys. RPZ going back for the track and tries to scan for the long, but not really much to find. Gabox already coming back to the side. Gabox, he knows that he does not need to go for this fight, especially the 1950 is surrounded. 1950 does not really have much to play around here. Minute on the clock. Axis spawn should be cleared by far by the allies there. And what would be the decision? It seems like they would go for the A site right there. 1950. He has to be careful though, because there can be someone hidden. 1950. He was focused on the rest, but Spirits was flying high above the grounds, and with that occasion, 3 against 1. Martians looking for another kill. Martians looking for another win. RPG in a clutch. RPG can hit this plant the explosive because Spirit is waiting. Garbox on the close range as well. 25 seconds, and Garbox in a moment will come with the jump pick, and with a shot coming right up next. 4-2. Martians once again putting their elites. This time it's 2-point advantage in kompleksi. Is this the moment where they respond? Because if it's not, the Martians can get into the mood. You don't want getting Martians in the streak. We can probably hear in the background how much these guys get hyped after winning. Spirit looking for the kill. Spirit. Oh, this time Chiba gets sweet revenge. Revenge tastes best caught. Just like a gazpacho. 4 versus 5 Martians. This time cannot rely on the scope. And the kompleksi, when they have this advantage, they do not be so careful about the rules, because Martians do not really have players to put on the flank. Pavadox, oh, he knows Pavadox, and Garbox will come to finish not in both. Garbox, he needs to retreat though, because he's already being scanned. Garbox looking for the position to fight, looking also for the backup here. They can go for the better positions in the side, since kompleksi do not possess the nades to push them over from those. 4 versus 4. Mid on the clock, and Pavadox finds Chiba. Sniper down. 4 versus 3 and skills. Now can look for the roof pick. Oh, 3 versus 3 Losa. Trying to bring this back. Pavadox, he already spots one. He will be close because another player is coming from there. Blavex with an easy elimination. It's now only Losa fighting for the whole complexity. Looking for that one opportunity, but it seems like Martians would go for the third round in a row. Looks like Martians would like to get a 5th point right there. Losa once again still trying to get at least a plant. This time coming from up above. Losa knew that 2 players were on the roofs. Losa tries to find a shot, but too many sides to hold at the same time. Losa, he needs an outplay, and he's only 20 seconds for this. Losa, he needs to go for the plant, but already someone should be waiting out there. Losa, oh, the next miss. This could not end well for the kompleksi player, because Pavadox finally was fed up enough to go for the pick and to find the shot. 5-2 Martians starting to look pretty well. 8-3 from Pavadox, 7-5 from Garbox, 6-4 from Spirit, and only 6 kills from both RPG and Chiba. 1950, 1-6 by far. Finally getting something more. 1950, one of the most important players when it came to the first map, and he needs to wake up if kompleksi want to find himself in the big final. Chiba, and can kompleksi actually go for their play? RPG, another great nade. 5 versus 3 and 1950, just like I would wish for this. He's waking up. Nalump as well. 5 versus 1 and kompleksi had enough of those winnings from the Martians. Clean round, because Nalump finds the second round of this point. 5-3 kompleksi catching up with the score once again. It's only 2-point lead now for Martians, but they still can go up further. There are still 4 more rounds in this half, and the Martians are aiming for 7-8 points. Pavadox looking for the nade. Martians. Oh, Martians already getting the advantage. Blavex, fantastic shot. Ooh, but now Pavadox, he was not careful enough, and 1950 found that head. Garbox with his can. 4 versus 4. And the smoke already put on the belong, so this whole side of the map, this whole place, this whole detonation zone, is just behind a huge wall of fog where kompleksi would need to risk to push, would need to risk to come forward. And Garbox is already waiting for this with shotgun. Spirit waiting as well with the scope, and Spirit finds the headshot on RPG. 4 versus 3. Garbox also looking for the side push. Garbox, oh, is they playing so well around the smokes. They do have the advantage of visibility here, and Garbox finds Nalump. It is 4 against 2. 1950 tries to bring it down to 3. Less than a minute on the clock, and Blavex with a great position. If he's covered from the right flank and he's by boxes, this should be a good one for the Martian. Spirit, fantastic shots, and Blavex for the last one. 6-3, and Martians with a secure draw on the first half. Martians looking for something more. Martians now, every 1 round will just bring them the lead. kompleksi going for the push once again. This B-long rush would be stopped by nades. another one, and another one. They're coming one after another. So Kompleksi would lose a lot of time having to dodge those. Kompleksi, 1950, going for the push, going for the middle. And now I respond with this nade cannonade coming from Kompleksi. And now Nalum going for the fight. They might be Gabriel Lausa. Find Spirit, 4 against 5, 3 against 5, because Timo with a great push. Nalum also surprises kills, 2 against 5, and it seems like Kompleksi this time should get a win. Only Blavex alive against 5 Kompleksi players. Nalum with a trouble. Nalum cannot get this one, but 1950 was close enough to find the refrag. 46 Kompleksi will not give up, will not let Martians go too far away. 7 points away from the win, from the grand final. 9 points away when it comes to Kompleksi. And we are 2 points away from finishing the first half of toujane, of the decider of this game. Gabox looking for Samiko. Those nades are popping. Those nades. 3 from one side, 5 from another, and now Pavadox. Fantastic pick with car. 5 versus 3 Kompleksi. They need to step up. They need to put the game to the next level, but they cannot do this in Spirit. Finds another one. 5 versus 2. It looks like Martians should go there for the 7th round. A clean point from the Axis. 7-4. And Martians counting on the 4-point lead after the first half of this map. And the Martians are also now closer than further from the win and from the match against New Era. Losa in 1950 trying to go for this push one more time, but the nades are not dropping there. But they were not held this time. Martians were aiming for the mid. It was not a good call right there because RPZ finds himself very early on the track, but he prefers to go for the roofs. That they do have space for that because Martians this time decided to let go the whole Bilung side. Martians, this means they might go for the push on the A, they might go for the push on the mid, and Pavlex already pushing down. RPZ with elimination. Nalum in the side. Will he get the kill with get the space? Oh, he won't because Pavlex was already out there. 5 versus 3. It looks fantastic for Martians if they want to get this 8 points right now. Losa, Chiba in 1950 now without Chiba since he got spotted by Blavex. 5 versus 2. Losa coming back for the B side. Losa, can he find at least plants? It does not seem well since there are 2 players in the side. Pavadox and Garbox. Oh, Garbox will he be spotted? Actually, yes, Losa with a kill, but now 1950 also has to be careful. 1950, this would require a great reflex. 4 versus 2, 40 seconds on the clock. Kompleksi, they would need this clutch to stay closer to the enemy. But Martians, since still there's 1 player from the side, they could go for the roofs, they could go for picks like that. Kompleksi do not have people, do not have manpower to check every possible roof, especially with 25 seconds on the clock. They have to go for the side. 1950 will try to close this up from the Axis spawn. Can he actually do this? 20 seconds and the skills. 1950 down. Losa going for the plant. Losa going for the kill. 1 out of 4 gods. But does he forgot about the time? Losa going for the kill. Losa finds another one. Spirit already down. 1 versus 2. Losa behind the track. But there's Blavex. There's Spirit and Blavex find the last one. 8-4, and Martians 5 rounds away from the win, from the guaranteed 2nd place. A short break and we will be stepping for the last half of this game.
Axis eliminated. Allies win. Explosives planted! Explosives diffused. Axis win. Allies eliminated. Axis win. Allies eliminated. Axis win. Explosives planted! Explosives defused. Axis win.
We are coming back with the game. The last phase of this game, the last phase of the lower bracket final. Martians, will they hold the lead or Kompleksi? Will they continue this comeback? 4 points in a row, they are in the hot spree. And Nalump finds another one. Gabok's already down. The best fragging player from the Martians will not contribute to this points. RPZ, he already spotted one on the roof. RPZ, he is waiting patiently for this one bullet to sweep through the head of Kompleksi player. But the smoke is coming up in Kompleksi. No. Short on vision skills, finds RPZ. He was picking from above the smoke. 4 versus 4. Low inside. But B is for now safe. Not like Nanum skills. With another one, Martians finally getting something in return. Martians finally spreading all over the map. Confusing Kompleksi. They do not know where to aim. They do not know where to push. Chiba trying to get something more from the Axis spawn. Chiba Trying to clear the stairs. Trying to bring the tied up game once again for the kompleksi. Not a single nade from one or the other side in 1950, looking for the push. 1950 in this position. It might be useful, especially that Chiba now got the elimination. 3 versus 3. Less than a minute on the clock for Martians to go for the plans. Blavex, skills, and power, and the spirit, of course. And Martians already closer on the B side. Martians already on the long, looking for the push. Losa, he would have the quest of keeping the B side as long as possible. Losa dancing around the track with his movement. Losa looking for the kill. Losa, can he get at least one elimination? That would be needed. But Chiba now, oh Chiba, what a miss! It could have been elimination now. Chiba finally finds a recovery. 3 versus 2. It's looking great for kompleksi because Losa from the side as well. And Chiba, fantastic shot! The series of the rounds is still not interrupted. 9-9. Martian versus kompleksi. 4 points from each side needed for the win. 4 points from each side needed to get this final. Martians, can they finally break through this defense? It does not look like this. Garbox, maybe the B-long push, maybe something like that, maybe some wild tactic there, because nothing seems to work. Because for example, Axis Resp is just unkillable. Chiba, even when he has shooting problems, he's still standing, he's still holding this position, and in the most crucial moments he is able to find those kills, like moment before with 2 eliminations when Martians were forced to push. 5 versus 5. Pavadox looking for the kill. Pavadox! Oh, and that was a bomb. There was a trap. And there was RPZ. 5 versus 3. Martians, it's not looking great again. kompleksi, they are trying to go for the 6th round in a row. Skills on the roof. Can he show his skills? Can he show something more? Because Martians would need a miracle right now. Martians would need a hero that would put them in elite one again. And Garbox tries to be this hero. Close to the Resp, but no a single player's there. Garbox, he will come back for the B-long. They will come back for the push. And now Losa finds another one. Losa with the seconds. It's Kills as the only one left, but he will probably die alone on this roof since he's the only one player left from Martians alive. kompleksi, they might be playing against Martians, and that's why they are putting a performance out of this world. 10-9. kompleksi getting the lead for the first time in a long time. 3 more rounds for them, and what a streak from 9-4 to 9-10. Martians having a lot of trouble. Not another timeout coming yet. kompleksi, all the morale must be up to the sky right now. And can they use this as the boat to travel to the 13th point, to the big final? Last map was harsh, 13-3 on their own pick, but they are coming back onto Toujane. Nalump looking for the start. Smoke definitely not helping, but he's suspecting that Garbox might be somewhere there, and Garbox is hiding to the right. Oh, Pavadox out there, what a beautiful shot. Garbox not able to get a response. Garbox finally getting one back, but Nalump already with elimination. 4 versus 3. Blavex trying to make this harder for the defense, and now Losha has to dance. Now Losha has to find something more. Losha coming back for the Resp, but Garbox already there looking for another play. Garbox hidden the smoke, but the smoke is slowly fading out. 3 versus 2. Garbox finds RPZ. It might be a win for Martians, but now Losha getting some information. Losha, can he close Garbox? Will he expect where one of the 2 remaining kompleksi players is coming from? Chiba. Oh, this is a risky play. Coming to those narrow alleys with a scope gun. Chiba, the movement needs to be impeccable there. Shooting as well, but Chiba found by skills. And Losa in a 1v3 situation. Losa, oh, nice shoulder hit. 1 versus 2, but Garbox was there with another jump shot from trench gun. 10-10. It's not set yet, and finally this huge 6-point streak was broken by the Martians. 10-10. It's coming down to the last 4 rounds of regular time. It might once again, when it comes to those 2 teams, come back to the overtime in the decider map. Garbox, nice push, but Losa this time no smoke to cut him out. Oh, Spirit, that was a chance, but not used right. And Chiba, what a jump shot with the scope. Spirit lost his head for this shot. 5-3, and kompleksi, they might get this They might get this win. Blavex on the roof, trying to find a recovery, but Pavadox is dead. 5 versus 2, and Martians with a desperate push for the B-sides. Garbox finds a nade. It is a good start for the Scratch Ballosa, hidden in the smoke, as well as his teammates. Garbox, can they find this on different layers, on different levels? But RPG with a kill, and now it's the only Blavex left. Losha, he's eliminated. Oh, Blavex! What a shot, and it's now 1 versus 2. Blavex actually, this one kill can get him a chance for the round. Nalup is coming from the middle. Blavex, can he find another one? He will push for the smoke. Blavex around the tag. Blavex, but he does not see. It might be a chance for Nalup to get that elimination, but Blavex already coming for the A-long. Blavex already trying to play this. Oh, Blavex, he gets Chiba 1 versus 1. Nalup close to the side. Nalup, can he get the defuse here? Nalup tries to do this. Blavex not pushing. Blavex, he does not see. Nalup so close to the defuse. Nalup, can he get this down? He actually can. Nalup for the win. Blavex is too late, and kompleksi finding the point number 11. Kompleksi still in the lead. Oh, Blavex, that was a nice try for the 1v4 clutch. Lost in the most painful way for him. 1 versus 4. So close, but not a point for Martians. Kompleksi 2 points away from the win, 2 points away from the grand final. Chiba once again looking for something more. Oh, Chiba, he has seen the enemy. Chiba, if he picks one more time, it might be occasion for the sniper to get the entry. Chiba, a smart positioning out there to not put himself in the risk. And now 1950 gets kills since Martians well spotted here. Kompleksi now knows to look on this narrow eyes. Now know that they might go for the push for the middle, and now 1950 finds another one. Nalup will try to fight with him side by side. 5 versus 3. Kompleksi are close to getting those match points. Chiba once again from the resp. Got as much information as he can. Now he was spotted, so Chiba has to get down and wait for the support here. But it's looking great for Kompleksi. Oh, and now Pavadox, he actually supplies RPG, bashed by Blavex. 3 versus 3, Losha has to do something more, but for Spirit, that was a nice shot. 2 versus 3, Kompleksi lost the mind for the moment, and now it's advantage for Dimensions. It's now plant on the A side, and Kompleksi will try to push them out of the race, but Blavex with second, and Blavex with third. Martians 11-11. And it will be definitely 24 full rounds on this map. Maybe even more, maybe even 28, maybe even 32. We don't know this one. But it seems like one of those teams will get only one chance to advance to the grand final. Garbox looking for the first kill, looking for the smoke, but now Chiba with a fantastic shot. Spirit looking for the refract. Chiba moving smoothly there and not getting eliminated. 1955 versus 3, but it was the same situation the moment before. So Kompleksi needs to save more sharp this time, so they will not lose such an advantage. Martians trying to play one close to the other. Spirits looking for the one more chance to speak with the scope gun. Oh, skills. That was a nice try, but not nice enough to bring elimination number 1 for the Martians in this points. Kompleksi closer and closer, but still 70 seconds of time. It's hell of a time for Martians to look for the comeback in the round number 23, just like they did a moment before. Spirits, can he clean the rest one more time? Oh, he cannot, because 1950 is already near by this roof. 5 versus 2. It seems like Kompleksi might be getting to the 12 points. Blavex looking for the kill, looking for any clearance right there, but Kompleksi kills Losa with a pick, and Losa brings this only to skills. 1 versus 5. He would need an ace here. No, skills is offering bash right now, but I don't think Kompleksi would go for this, because it might also be the bait. Oh, skills, he sees one. Oh, the miss, and the miss, and another one. Skills, oh, whoa, that was a nice headshot, but still might not be enough. 1 versus 4, 20 seconds on the clock, and he needs to get into the side. RPG already there, RPG already looking for this finishing blow. 2 players coming from the B-long. Skills going for the shot. Skills cannot get another one. RPG will find the frag. 12-11, and Kompleksi in the need of one more round. but it's only one chance. It's now or never to not bring this to overtime for Kompleksi to go and fight against New Era in the grand final. The nades are coming. Can Martians find those eliminations before they even see the enemy? Still smoke available from Garbox, but nades are not doing much. Losa in the control of an alley. Oh, Losa! He's able to run away. It was pretty close, but Losa still alive. 4 versus 5. But Martians now has a Lions part of this B-side map. So Kompleksi is pushed away for the Axis spawn. They might need to flank. They might need to even give up B-side for the moment. But Losa! The nade connects! 5 versus 4 and Nalump. Now they can go for the push. Now they can go to take back Resp and to take back B-side because already the smoke is there. And 1950, oh, this position, this might be a game changer if 1950 will be able to play this fully to the maximum of potential of this play. 5 versus 4. Kompleksi still holding the rivals, but Siba sees spirit and he won't miss this chance. 5 versus 3. Martians trying to find the way to the side. Siba! What a shot! And now the scope is working. 5 versus 2. Blavex in skill with the clutch or not. Kompleksi, they do not want to throw this one. Blavex finds one, but there's a refrag. Elosa with the finishing blow. Kompleksi 13-11. They win 2-1 and they advance to the grand final, securing the second place. For now, a short break for Kompleksi to get a moment to rest. 10 or 15 minutes and we will be advancing to the great final, when Kompleksi will try to fight New Era, but New Era needs only one map to win, and New Era by far hasn't lost a single map. Can Kompleksi change it? We'll see, but all of this after the break.